So how do men commit in a relationship? Now, I know what you're thinking. Commitment. For some people, that's like asking a cat to do a backflip. Just hear me out. Trust me just for a moment. We need to get to the bottom of this. So grab whatever you need to grab. A snack, something to drink, but don't steal anything. So you know how you're in a relationship and your partner is all like, oh, baby, I love you. And you're like, ah, that's so sweet. But then a few weeks later, it's like, hey, I'm gonna go hang out with a couple of my buddies for a bit. And then you're left wondering, wait, did I just commit to a relationship on the couch for the next 3 hours? Is that how some of you ladies feel? And I know some of you might be thinking, but what about all those guys who are super committed? You know, those guys in relationships doing whatever it is that they need to do to make the relationship work. What about them? Yeah, those guys are out there, but let's be real. That's like finding Bigfoot in the forest. I mean, he may exist, but no one said it would be easy. And we're not talking about something that may exist in your wildest of dreams. We're simply talking about men making a commitment to a relationship. So a lot of women make this complaint as to why is it so hard for some men to make a commitment? Why can't the yes be yes and the no be no? You know what the short answer is? That some men are just not ready for a long-term commitment. And they're showing you these signs about themselves because that is the truth. Or could it be that they are secretly trying to avoid the relationship? I mean, think about it. Look at where you are with this guy. Relationships require effort, good communication, open, honest communication, as we say on this channel a lot, and compromise. Not betraying who you are, but doing what it takes to make things work, give and take. It's like trying to solve a puzzle while blindfolded, and then at the same time, being attacked by a swarm of bees. You just never know what you get into a relationship until you get into the relationship. There are surprises that may come up. People may change. They may notice some things, or they may just realize they just weren't ready. Or maybe it's you that's not ready and you're giving off that I'm not ready vibe. And the man of your dreams is responding to this, sometimes in confusion. But we're not saying it's your fault. We're just saying that not everybody likes whipped cream on their ice cream. Different strokes for different folks, but you got to know who you are. Okay, but seriously, listen. Commitment is a very complex issue. Very complex. It's not just about the guy being ready or not ready. And it's not about you being ready and not ready, because this is a two-way field. It's about the entire dynamics of a relationship. See, these puzzle pieces need to fit so that you and this man can commit. You see, when you are in a relationship, you're no longer just two individuals. You've now become a system. And in order for this system to work, you need to work together to make this system function smoothly. That means you got to be honest about what is it that you want, because that's the vibe that the man needs to feel, that you're truly in this. See, when he feels that and he's comfortable with that, it's not like you're in his face today, but then you think this guy over here is so cute. See, these are vibes that people pick up. And it goes the same with women about men. See, he's in your face today, but is he checking her out? See, commitment is a real thing. It's a part of the system that needs to operate smoothly and properly. So to make this system work, you have to be willing to talk about your feelings. You have to be willing to open up to this person that you're saying, you know what, potentially I want to spend the rest of my life with you. But if you can't open up because you're shy, that is now the wall that you put up that makes the commitment a bridge. And you got a bridge in your relationship. So both parties need to decide if they're going to cross this bridge solo or together. Talking about your needs, those things that are important to you, and your desires. See, when you can't talk about these things, it just simply means you're not ready. It really means you're not ready. Being open and honest with each other and being able to be an active listener. See, it's one thing to be an active listener, but it's another thing to allow someone to actively listen to you also. It's a two-way street. And the last thing you want is for this street to end in a detour. Because let's face it, there are going to be disagreements in a relationship, but that doesn't mean it has to end. That just means you have two different points of views. So when you start thinking about this relationship as a system, and how things can operate smoothly, then you see there's power in disagreeing because you get to see things with a different way of thinking. So always be willing to solve differences quickly and for the life of that issue permanently. Be honest. If it's not completely resolved, then you still have some work to do, both of you. Because commitment is not about staying together. Commitment is about making this thing work smoothly so you can get to the next level, the different levels in your relationship. But what about all those guys out there that are not ready to make a commitment? Some people say. Now, listen to what was just said. You said, what about those guys out there that are not ready to make a commitment while in a relationship? So you know they're out there then, right? Stay away from those guys. No matter how cute he is or how amazing he is. And for guys, even there are women out there that have the same mindset, that they're just not ready to make the commitment. You know she's out there, stay away from her. It doesn't take long to detect who she is because you want to believe certain things about this person in the relationship with you. That's the honesty to yourself. Can't fool yourself. Can't fool anybody, really. See, instead of focusing on the negative, sometimes people say, all men are this, all women are that. They ain't no all anybody. We're not clones of each other. So just like you can run into guys who are not ready to commit with a little more work, you can run into guys who are ready to commit. It's not hard. See, there's only 1 degree that separates hot water from cold water. Sure, there's a range, but then it comes back to the simplicity of just 1 degree. So when you're out there looking and you're getting to know a person, pay attention to those degrees, those ranges of interest. Pay attention to the things that the person's doing that you like. See, commitment is a two-way street. It's an avenue. It's a road. It's a lane. The key to making a relationship work has to do with finding the balance so that the relationship can work for both of you. And that means being willing to compromise. There just may be some things that you say you're not good at. You're not good at talking. You're not good at starting a conversation. You're not good at cooking dinner. You're not good at dancing. But if the relationship's going to be good for both of you, then you need to start a conversation. Then you need to start cooking. Then you need to start dancing. Because if these are the things that your partner is interested in, the person that you say that you're committed to, you want them to reflect that commitment back to you. So you want them to compromise, but not giving up your identity. We're not talking about that. We're talking about keeping the system running smoothly. Remember, even though it's just two people in the relationship, you're still a team. You're a team of two working together as one. That's a unit. That's a family. So take your time. Some people date for a couple of years, and it's from that couple of year investment that they then decide on forever. Some people date for a couple of months, and it's from those few months that they then decide on their forever. Those are the only things that you control. How long? People be in relationships for 10, 15, 20 years and never reach the ultimate commitment of marriage. A lot of that is a two-way street. See, that's a part of the system that they've developed. The system that says, listen, I'm no more committed to you than you're committed to me. So what in the world are you doing? Commitment is your friend, and it's a friend in need of a place to call home. And it's an opportunity for you to give that gift of commitment to another human being. So make sure that you give it to the right one, the only one, the one and only. So if you found value in this information, we really want to thank you for taking the time to listen to our short little video about commitment. And keep in mind that commitment is a complex issue. It doesn't require pressure. It simply requires honesty. And sometimes you got to sit back and just pay attention. You got to watch the movie of your life and see how the puzzle pieces come together. And if they don't work well together, then you have a choice to make. Better to make a choice to get out before you create some type of permanency and contract of marriage that's designed to last forever. And then you're miserable forever because you married a person that you were not committed to. So it's that discovery of honesty that happens often in a relationship. But definitely understand it's not impossible. And commitment is not based on race, color, gender, culture. It's all about an individual. And then they're two working together as a team, as a unit, and compromise and show a serious willingness to work together to keep everything smooth and beneficial for each other so that the relationship can work. And once you've done all that, guess what you have? 100% unadulterated commitment. It's pure, it's clean, it's wonderful. Thank you for watching. You've been listening to an older man. Remember this.